Bob here to do a video response reply to Peaches, the Vinyl Countdown. His post about his video about top 15 albums of all time, loosely interpreted. Right now, this would be my top 15 of all time. There's albums I don't have on vinyl. I'm just using my vinyl right now, so I didn't dig through CDs. I'm just going by my vinyl. That if you can only take 15 albums right now, this second, what 15 albums would you take? And this is going to be, I guess, my 15 favorite albums of all time at the moment. Again, this is not my overall. This is kind of like he said. You're running real quick and you got to grab some 15 out of your collection. So these are the 15 I would grab. Some of these pretty obvious, some of these maybe not. But the first one is no order, just grab. Yngwie Malmsteen's first one, Rising Force. Rising Force. My namesake comes from this, Black Star, the song. Love the instrumental. I'm not a huge fan of instrumentals, but if it hits me right, like Malmsteen does, or Vinnie Moore, or Jason Becker, stuff like that, I love. It's phenomenal music all around. I can listen to it. So that would be number one. Number two would be my favorite Metallica album. We couldn't take two, otherwise I would take Masters too, but that would be Ride the Lightning. I like this the best. It's a little raw. It's raw, but it has a bit of, like somebody had production behind it, unlike their Kill 'Em All. So this would be my favorite Metallica album still. Master of Puppets is right there too. It's really hard to decide, but between the two, when I have to pick, I decided to go with Ride the Lightning. It has my favorite Metallica song is Trapped Under Ice. Number, where are we at? Three. The Queensryche's Operation Mindcrime. This is the reissue version. Overall, just a fantastic album. This would be a top 15 all time for me. Good concept album, great concept album. Queensryche at their best. I actually like the live version of this. It's even better than this. Pamela Moore, the female vocalist on this album, and she does it live. Sweet Sister Mary is my favorite song, and it's killer live. Number four, this is the reissue of it, remaster of it, whatever you want to call it, but that's WAP's Crimson Idol, or Re-Idolized. Love this album. Also would make my top overall 15 lifetime. So that'd have to go with me. For some reason these are, a lot of modern ones in here, the last 10 years or so. Number 5 is 6 a.m.'s Heroin Diaries. Great freaking album. Concept album, obviously the story about his drug, from his book. Still just a phenomenal album overall. Number 6 is probably one of the Thresh debuts ever, in my opinion, and that's Testaments to Legacy. Love this album as well. Also would make my top 20, 30 albums. If I could even do that. I don't know how people do that. And this might shock a lot of people. I love Queensryche. I love all versions of Queensryche. There was one album that was a transition album, I would call it, that people seem to not like until they, obviously because of Mindcrime. But that's the album Rage for Order. I love this album. This is actually my next ranking album. I love this album. It has a little bit of sentimental value to me. My little sister, one of her favorite songs is on here, "Gonna Get Close to You." So it kind of has a sentimental value to me as well. But I find it to be a phenomenal album. The look versus what they sound like on this is great. I think Jeff's voice on this was phenomenal too. I know that a lot of people were turned off by this album, which I do not understand. It was a little different, but it wasn't so far out there like some of their later stuff. With time comes change. It happens to every band. I think it's a phenomenal album. And it's the one I picked out of Queensryche. The Warning right there too. Almost got that one too. But oh my god, I just picked two Queensryche. Well, I fucked up. Hold on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are we at here? I can't count, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're on 7. Number 8 is Dokken Tooth and Nail. This is arguably my number 1 album of all time. 1, 2, or 3 would be a battle with this easily. Great album, their best album. Not too polished like Under Lock and Key was for me. Better than Breaking the Chains. Just a phenomenal, perfect album in my opinion. You know, you got the one instrumental that wasn't so great. I don't know where we are in counting. I'm done counting. I'm just going to show the rest of these albums because I know I picked 15 or 16, whatever. The next album is an album I show you guys a lot when we're talking about the rarity stuff, and that's Tough Luck's debut, self-titled. Just an album that's stuck with me my entire life as a kid. I love it. It's cheesy. It's average, but it works for me, and that's why I love it. That would have to come with me. Number whatever. Arch is Another Return to Churchill, or the European Press is Just Another Return, which I do actually have that one as well. This one, I actually ordered this offline, which it turned out to be the UK press, and then Farley's Retro Fan Cave, he actually sent me this as VCLT like the day after, or 2 days after I ordered it, which is phenomenal because it's a different version. So thanks again, Chris. That would be a Have to Go With Me album. Still my favorite Stryper album, and that's Soldiers Under Command. Cheesy ass cover, but there's a kick-ass, raw Stryper. To Hell with the Devil again was like Under Lock and Key, got polished for me, and I like the more raw side of their band's early stuff. Great album. Reach Out's on here. What's my other? Reach Out's probably one of my favorite Stryper songs. I can't think offhand right now because I'm trying to think. So there's Stryper, Soldiers Under Command. A recent album that made my top 17 of 2017 is a band called, still don't know how it's said. I say Viewer, could be said Ver, I don't know how it's said, but I'm saying Viewer. And that's In This Moment, We Are Free Cities. Each song has a title, and then there's a city name along with it. That's why they do that. It's kind of weird, but it works. It's symphonic metal, good power metal with a very good vocalist behind it. Just a phenomenal chill out album. Her voice is clean and angelic, but the music has the power behind it, so it lines up perfectly for me. This also could have been a solo album, by the way. I forgot about this one. Another top album for me actually these next 3 are 1, 2, and 3 of 2017 for me. And that's Syra album, Letters to Myself. Jake E. Lee, the main guy in this band, the singer, came from the band Amarath. He left there because he thought they were going too poppy, which they did. He was also in a favorite band of mine, which had nothing on vinyl, and that's a band called Dreamland, and that's where Jake E. Lee originally started playing, singing. A great band. They have like 3 albums out. So that would be number something something. Now this album is a very new album from 2018. I actually picked it over my other favorite album by them, which tells you a lot right now how much I love this album, and that would be Judas Priest's Firepower. This album I would give an 11 out of 10. I can't believe these guys put this album out at their age. Not that age is a thing, but vocals it is. I mean, you know, you got one guy with Parkinson's disease, and this comes out of that. I mean, phenomenal. Again, Scott Travis. Ever since he jumped in the band, it's been just incredible. I really do think he gave them that kick in the ass they needed. Because ever since then, from Painkiller on, he's just been phenomenal drumming on the records for Judas Priest. And then lastly, if you didn't know this was coming by now, you don't watch my channel very much. And number 15, 16, 18, 20, whatever the fuck this one is at this point, that is Witherfalls, Nocturnes, and Requiems. Great album. This was actually my number 1 of 2017. I'd take this and every copy I have of it with me. That's how much I love this album. Anyway, Peaches, there's my 15 for you. About 15. Sorry I got 2 Queensryches in there. I don't know how the hell I did that. Mindcrime always seems like a different band to me for some reason. I think that's probably why I did it. But there, my 2 Queensryche favorite albums. Although, without The Morning is right there as well. 1 ABC. But Cool Thread, I liked it. It's impossible to say these are the definite 15 I would take. But right now, according to my vinyl stash, that's what I would take. I think a third of them were modern stuff, you know, from the past 2-3 years. So there you go. I haven't seen many follow-ups on this, unless I just haven't seen it pop up in my thing, but I haven't been watching this shit ton of videos. I'm just starting to watch them again now. So if I missed your videos, sorry, I'm getting on it. But there you go, Peaches. I'm going to sit here and ramble, so I'm going to cut it off real quick. Good subject. Hard to do. Really hard because I think a lot of I would have multiple albums from the same band in the top 15 easily, as I did. I think there's actually 17 or 18 there, by the way. But anyway, there's the video. I'll catch y'all real soon. Hopefully some kind of collection update soon when I get a little money together and get out there and buy some stuff. But again, thank you all for watching, subbing, watching me ramble, watching me forget shit. I know we all do it, but it irks me like a mother. Anyway, I'll put the link, there you go. The link to Peaches in my description below, but I'm pretty sure all you guys are subbed to him at this point if you're subbed to me. We'll talk to y'all later, guys.